Howdy folks, welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we're going to do some power and probably cargo distribution. So I'm down here at the, it's going to be the power plant, I've decided. I've cut it off grid-wise from the main factory there. And what I'm going to use is a couple different mods I've been wanting to try out. One is power lines, and the other is pipelines. So I've added the big hydrogen tank. This is from the heavy industry DLC, I think. No functional difference from the other tank. It's just like all the DLC. It's just looks pretty cool. So we're going to use that, and it's about a quarter full right now. You can see I'm working on the drill here, but I may end up redoing this because I saw a cool auto miner script that uses a different arrangement I might end up using, but I did bore a hole quite a ways down, clear down past the iron into the stone, and I built a big cargo container down here. It's used up all the ice, it looks like, but I've got 77,000 iron ore and then 101,000 stone, so got a lot of stuff to work through. But it's just sitting there for right now. And these guys, do they actually... Yeah, it's putting out a little bit of power. I don't think I need both of these running, though. Because right now it's not really powering anything. So I could even turn both of these off. 9 kilowatts of something. So right now this is completely unpowered. But I want to string a power line up to there, and then when I get my main base built in the hill, I can run power over to it, and we can get rid of this. This is all temporary. This is just to build the actual base. But it takes all of that just to make stuff with Industrial Overhaul. It's pretty involved. So let's get power lines strung up. I was experimenting a little bit with this. Basically, you build these power poles, and then make sure you got nothing in your hand. And then you can run a cable. So I'm going to run over here. The power pole on the base. And this only works between grids that aren't connected. So that's why I've disconnected all the metal grids there. And then if I think if I right click, no, that cancels it completely. All right, my bad. Oh, well, here, let's string it from here since I'm already here. Derp. So I have to left click on the other one and then right click to cancel, I think. I'm still learning how this mod works. It's pretty cool though. Okay, no, it just connects and then it's good. All right. So now this stuff down here has power because it's getting power from the main base. But I want it to actually supply power. Man, it chugged through all that ice, didn't it? Yeah, it sure did. But that got this hydrogen tank a quarter full, and it holds quite a bit. Where's your access? Uh-oh, I need some catwalk across there. Oh, I need construction components. Alright, fair enough. Does this have an access control point? Oh, maybe it doesn't. Alright. I never really noticed that has like a startup sound. So yeah, oh, I need to turn stockpile off because I was pulling the hydrogen out of the existing small tank I had. And getting some rain spitting from those clouds, I guess. So now we should be sending power over to the base so we can get rid of this stuff here. And I kind of wish I'd made those concrete blocks. I'll be replacing those at some point. But I think a quarter large tank of hydrogen should last a decent amount of time. So next thing I want to get set up is pipeline. Let's see how that works. There we go. I can scramble back up there. The other big change, you probably noticed, if you were paying attention, my HUD is completely different. I found a HUD mod that I liked better. I saw it in the video. So I changed to that, and I've changed the whole, instead of daily needs, I'm using eat, sleep, repeat. So it's same idea, just different implementation. And it also adds the need to sleep. Which isn't a huge deal. You rest up pretty quick. But I need to see, I think there's a way to skip the night, but I'm not sure if it's part of this mod or if there's a separate mod you need. I would like to be able to sleep in my bed and skip the night. That would be pretty cool. You can see my my sleep meters going back up pretty quick. I think if you build the cryopod, it like almost instantly refills it. At least it's quicker. But you can grow various foods. I've got a soya farm and an apple farm. But you need like one or two to get them. I need two. I need 2 soya beans to like get it growing. And I need 1 apple to get the apple tree going. So, and then I can cook here in the kitchen. Make various things. Right now I can just make water in the kitchen. My food's getting a little low. But I can make emergency rations. And you have to actually right-click to eat these. But the emergency rations is small grid only. So I've slapped that on the rover. So it's making emergency rations so I can eat. And then I'm hoping in a drop pod, one of these unknown signals, at some point we'll find an apple or some wheat or a soya or something. So we can get growing. You can see I've been drilling out more stuff there. Seems like you go through more food and water with this mod. Might have to tweak the numbers. But anywho, let's get a pipeline made, because I want to send that iron ore and that stone up to here. So let's see if we can get that done. So to do that, I need to do a few things. The pipeline only transfers what you put into it. So we're going to need a conveyor sorter. And then we'll send it on up. So we need a conveyor junction, because the sorter, no, I'll do it this way. We'll have the sorter pulling out, and I can have a junction here. Then the pipe junction goes on there. Yeah. And then this will automatically connect a pipeline if it can see the next hub within like a kilometer. So you can make some really long pipelines. I might end up using this pipeline system to get oil sand over here. I haven't decided yet. It's a possibility. All right, build planner is empty, so we need one of those, one of those, one of those. So there's a little bit of running back and forth. It's not too bad. You can see I started building concrete. That's what the concrete blocks look like. We get that built out. That's my little bunker. All right, so dump all that in. that into production. While that's going, I did get an acid battery built. I made another trip over to the oil sands in the rover. Brought back some oil sands so I could get some more sulfur and stuff made. So I was able to make enough acid power cells. I have one battery now on this base. We'll build some more once we start the base over there. And then I made a programmable block because I kept running into issues, and I don't know if it's just space engineers or if it's because of the industrial overhaul. But when I was drilling rock and stuff, it would stuff all the assemblers and production machines full, and then they couldn't make anything because it was full of stuff they didn't need. So that was a pain. So I got Izzy's Inventory Manager, which is an awesome script. And I didn't even customize it. I just threw it on here. And then it manages all the storage, and it works wonderfully now. So nothing gets too full. And all the production machines just go. Alright, got a bunch of stuff. So we're doing well with all the basics, as far as like iron, nickel, silicon, copper. Hopefully we have enough stuff to make these advanced computers. And we've actually got, at least until I built all this stuff, we had a decent amount of aluminum too. I want to get some more scripts going eventually, so I can have like inventory screens. Yeah, it looks like it's making stuff. Still pulling it out. Alright, are we stuck? I think we might be stuck. Oh no, you were making construction components. Silicon, copper wire. How are we doing on copper wire? I made like 1,000. Wow, we've gone through a lot of copper wire. About gold wire for the advanced computers. Almost out of gold wire too, so let's go over to the wire drawer. I don't know of any way to have it automatically make, like if it needs copper wire, it doesn't just make copper wire. I have to manually manage that, so I'm going to have it make, say, 100 of that. Then a couple hundred gold wire. Then a bunch more of this. We go through a ton of copper wire. Not that low on copper, are we? No, we've got 67,000. Alright. I'll let it just sort it out. Alright, it's waiting on advanced computers. So it is a little bit of a shuffling game still. Is it waiting on plastic? It's another thing I have to manually make. Yeah, there is no plastic. So if we go to synthetics factory, let's make like 20 plastic. Are we out of polymer? So I need to get some. No, we've got tons of polymer. It must be busy making something else. I'm not sure. Production is just a little goofy sometimes, and I don't know why. Go back to microelectronics. Yeah, it's still waiting on something. Should have plenty of stuff. Let me try this. What if I just manually put you in there? Oh, is it turned off? I forgot. I had power issues, so I turned some stuff off. That's probably what's going on. Yeah, it's turned off. Derp. I had power issues before. Let's just turn everything on. That should be everything. Now that we should have plenty of power, I've got that thing online. I actually have a hydrogen engine over here too for when I dug up ice, drilling for the rock. There we go. We got it. I just had the synthetics factory turned off, so it was working as intended. There's a lot to manage. It's easy to get confused. Alright, now this conveyor sorter, where is... Whee! Here's your control. So I want this to be in a whitelist mode. And it's... I think I have to set it to drain all, but I'm going to wait till I have the... Oh no, let's turn it on. Drain all. Inventory. Conveyor sorter. Yep. So it's not pulling anything as expected. So I'm going to specifically tell it iron and stone. There's a lot of stuff with all these mods. Stone. There we go. Yeah, it's filled itself full of iron. So that will pull the iron over, and then once this is hooked up, it should shove it on over there. That's the idea. So now I need one of these guys over here. And it has to be within like 10 degrees. And there's a command. Is it pipelines debug? No? Pipeline debug? No. Okay, I don't remember what it is, but you can turn on a little debug thingy, but we'll try to eyeball it and see if we can get it to work. So I'm not sure if that's within 10 degrees. I might have to do multiple. I'm going to try setting one right here. So let's put down another concrete block, but I need girders for that. Girder. Girder. Metal. There we go. Now we should be able to place down most stuff. Alright, so we're going to have one here. And then we'll see what happens. Apparently we need to crank out some aluminum plates. Which it's doing right now. Should have had some of those made ahead of time. So once I get the base started over there, I'll probably double up on things like the plate stamp, things like that. Get a little more organized. This was just kind of get everything down so we can actually manufacture things. Yeah, we need a lot of aluminum plates. So let's go over to the plate stamp. Have it make 100. And when it's done, make 100 steel plates. So apparently it's kind of slow making the aluminum plates. Get some concrete. Got plenty of that. Been turning a lot of gravel into concrete. Because we're going to need a ton of it. Now it says it was successful. That must be not quite in line. Okay. It's probably more than 10 degrees. Well, if we run down, say, here... See if we can get this pipeline to connect. These pipeline hubs don't require power, so you can just plop them down. That's weird. Like, it says it couldn't withdraw them, and then you can withdraw them. Just keep clicking. Now we're going to get a magic pipeline made. No? Okay. Well, you know work. Alright, let me see if I can get this sorted out, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's see if this works. There we go. But that one's not quite in line. So they just weren't in line quite enough. I did look up its pipeline /pipeline toggle. And yeah, you can see it was just a little bit too low. So if I'd made that like here, it probably would have worked. But anyway, that's how that's gonna work. This one's no good. So I gotta get rid of that. And I don't think this... I think it's gonna be too steep for this to work. Might have to go, like, not gravity aligned. See if that would work. So if we do this... Can't remember how to make it not gravity. There we go. Control G, I think. No? So I don't think it shows if it's already built, unfortunately. I need girder. Of course I do. So I threw everything in here. Alright, give me some girders, some plates, some components. So what happens if I... So you can't place it there, huh? Okay. Wonder why that is. Oh, maybe it has to be right side up. Is that a thing? Nope, that's a hinge. That's an interesting thought. I wonder... if I did put a hinge on here. Oh, well, that was fun. Can't put a hinge in voxels, apparently. Makes sense. Set the hinge lock. So what if I did 2 hinges so I could get it aligned just the way I want it? Experimentation time. Alright, so we need a hinge part times 2. Oh, crap. And then a hinge times 2. Also a conveyor. This is going to be rinky-dink, but I'm kind of curious if I can get it to work. Alright, we're short 5 motors. Cannot withdraw 5 motors. Are we out of large steel pipes? Large steel pipes. We're almost out of large steel pipes. No, we have 60 of them down there, but that's getting fairly low. So let's go back to the extruder. Just make a couple hundred more of those. In fact, we're gonna need a lot of them, so let's just go to town. We've got tons of iron. Let's just start making stuff. I'm gonna need a lot of girders to build out the base. So. Are we out of electromagnets? Yeah, we're out of magnets. I need to get another script. Can't remember if it's Izzy's inventory. Anyway, there's a script that you can set the minimum number of parts to keep in stock. I need to get that set up. If we go to the fabricator, electromagnets. Just make a bunch of those. There we go. That's why we were out of electromagnets. So things like that will be handy to get scripted. Makes life easier. One more motor. Come here. All right, you are all welded up. Then we need one of you on there. There's the method to my madness. We need to clear out some more voxels so we don't destroy something here in a second. Then we're going to set you on here. And then I can angle it to hopefully it will line up down there. That's the theory anyway. Let me drop a save here. I assume you can align them after it's built and then it will connect. I don't know that for sure. Unknown signal detected. Yeah, I need to get a better rover built. Alright, let's do this. Let's go to hinge lock off. Lower you down a bit. Hinge lock off. Oh wait, this may not work unless it's on a static grid. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't think it works unless it's on a static grid. Yeah, I'm just looking over here at the page. All pipeline cargo blocks must be static. Yeah. So this doesn't gotta work. At least I don't think it will. I love Build Vision. Such a great mod. And that's pretty much pointed right at it. Might be more than 10 degrees off, though. I don't think this will work, though, because it's not on a static grid. I think that's going to be a problem. I'm sure why it's not projecting that way, but in any case. I mean, this would definitely be like 10 degrees. That would hit that. That would hit that. Well, let's try it. It's just parts. So these should connect, because this is on a static block. But that's not going to connect. That looks kind of ugly, but it did connect. Yeah, because that's on a dynamic. I forgot about that. Well, let's recycle some parts. Oh well. Always pays to read the documentation, which I did. And then it pays to also pay attention to the documentation. And remember it, which I didn't do. I'll leave that there because we might want it there. Who knows? Girder. Get this anchored in the ground.
Energy low.
Oh yeah, we have to go recharge. Build planner's empty. Alright, before we run out of energy. So I'm going to hopefully get this cargo sorted, and then next episode I'll either be starting on the base, which is going to involve setting up a mining rig to mine out that mountain, or we'll be looking at another rover or some other solution to start getting oil sand over here. But I'm kind of leaning towards rover, but I need to check, see how much sulfur I ended up with. So we've got 1,000 sulfur. What's it take to make rubber? It takes 2 polymer. So it takes 1 sulfur. It might have enough. So if we start looking at the off-road wheels... Takes 100. Yeah, we could probably... I was thinking of upgrading the rover to 5x5 wheels. Oh, that was the large grid. Maybe a large grid rover. I don't know. That would certainly traverse the terrain much better. All right, so there was a piece. Let me look at pipeline. No, pipe. No, you have to use the pipeline hub. Okay. Fair enough. So... can we do this? Does this work if it's upside down? Is that crying because it's voxel? No, I think it has to be right side up. Okay. So if we come out like that and then put a conveyor junction on, I always like the lettering to be right side up. Just, it makes me happy. Then we can stick that on there. And then is that... oh, that's not going to be... not going to be in line, is it? So we probably need to come over. Bummer. Well, anyway, you see how this works, so I'm going to get this sorted out. And get this hooked up. And then that will push the iron and the iron ore and the stone over to here where it can be processed. And then we'll have lots and lots of stuff. I'm going to look into some kind of auto miner script to run the ice miner. So it'll mine and it can stop when it's full and maybe get some power management, that kind of thing. This episode I think has gone on long enough, but yeah, using some new mods. I've never used these before. You can find them on the Steam Workshop. One of them's called Tethers, something like that. Just look for Tether, you'll probably find it. The other is called Pipelines. And they're pretty cool. So thanks as always for watching. I'm going to get back to work, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.